Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Nate's Auto Repair. Today we have a special video for you guys. Right now I'm driving home my new 2002 Chevy Suburban that I bought for $750. In this video we're going to see if this thing is worth the $750 that I paid for it. Right off the bat, test driving it, we know that it has front brakes metal on metal. No big deal, that's something we can fix. Our ABS and brake light are on. Again, no big deal, that's probably just a sensor. No check engine light, 165,000 miles, and this thing runs like a top. We have some other stuff going on, like the driver's side windows jammed up, it won't go down. Same with the back one on the driver's side, but that's no big deal. We can figure that out as it goes. We also have some rust spots in the bumper in the front and the back. We're going to cut those out in due time and hopefully put some type of patch or maybe like reflective tape or something on those. So yeah, I'm really excited about this, and I'm going to keep you guys updated in the next few days as I work on it, and we'll see if it's worth the $750 that I paid for it. All right, guys, so here she is. You can see we have a rust hole in the corner here. Have our AC machine hooked up. We're going to check the AC. Give you the full walk around here. We got a little dent here. Probably try to pop the door panel off and hit that out eventually. Really not worried about that right now. Come to the back, you can see there's a little more damage, like it was hit. A little more rust in the rear bumper. A little rust in the back, not too bad. Again, this is not going to be my daily driver, so I don't need it to be perfect. Come to the driver's side. Got a little magnet and some dirt here. We'll take care of that. See, there's a dent in the driver's side here. I don't think there's anything we're going to be able to do about that. Again, not worried about it. Some scratches here. We're going to take a little touch-up paint and touch that up. That's no big deal either. Come to the interior. We see we have our driver's side door or window jammed up because the window regulator is bad. Here's a little bit of the interior. So you can see. Dash is on, 165,000 on the ticker. Dash is pretty clean. Overall, the car is very dirty because they did have two dogs that came in the car with them a lot. So you can see the dash has some peeling on it. We'll get a little cover for that, no big deal. We have our little scent in here, making it smell a little bit better. Sunroof. Little bit of headliner falling down. Not sure if we're going to do anything about that yet. Come to the back. See the back window is also being held up. That also needs a window regulator. We have that on order, so that'll be in one of these videos. Probably this video, to be honest. Back seats, dirty. Gonna have to get them detailed. Same with the floors. Has your back heat and AC though, that's pretty cool. We have a third row and a spare tire in the back I have to put in, along with a running board that fell off that we're probably not gonna worry about putting back on right now. So this has a 5.3 liter engine, has a fairly new battery. We're gonna do an oil change on it. So we can see our tires are pretty new. They have pretty good tread on them. I'd say probably like 8/32 front and rear, so that's really good. You know, that kind of helps me out with the money I paid for it. Not killing me as much because I can make the money back just in them tires and battery. So this little bubbling, I think we're going to leave go on this tailgate as well. Guys, let's see what we're in for underneath here. So at first glance, nothing seems too bad as far as frame rust. Excuse me. We do have a leak from our washer fluid reservoir here. We'll have to take care of that at some point. Probably not right now or anytime soon. It's not really going to be a huge deal anyway. No rust in the front here. I mean, no damaging rust. See, our axles look good. All the suspension looks good. We'll lift it up and shake it down a little bit. Gonna do an oil change. So we might have a little bit of an axle seal leak here. No big deal. See, we have a little oil leak, most likely coming from the gasket down here. Not a big deal. Again, I'll probably leave that go for quite a while, since this thing's not really going to be doing much more than being a work truck and hunting truck for me. I am going to have to take these front brakes apart and see what's going on. I know we're metal and metal over here, definitely over here. Check that out. You can see that clear as day right in the back there. Gonna take those apart. And again, basically no frame rust. I mean, not enough to be worried at all, honestly. And I'm waiting to be caught by something that's gonna upset me a little bit with this frame, but you know, we can see there's some body rust. I'm not really worried about that. That's not even really up to the doors yet. And this side, the running board ended up falling off. Got some rust up there. Again, not bad. Floors are pretty solid, no rust on those. I mean, yeah, this thing is so far looking to be worth the $750 that I paid for it. I am curious to see what the brake lines look like though. So we can see the back here. Same thing. Some rust, not enough to be worried about. See a little bit on the bumper back there. Back here. I mean, guys, the rust situation is 100 times better than I thought it was going to be. I thought this thing was going to be in my possession for a few weeks and then go into the junkyard. So let's move on. We're going to put the front end up and see if we can find anything bad with the suspension. We actually have a nice tow package and everything on this. Yeah, I think this thing's going to be well worth the $750. Also, these fuel lines are a little janky. I do see myself having to replace those sometime in the future. Probably wait for a little bit though and figure out what else this thing needs. So it does look like one of my biggest fears was that this brake line was going to be rusted out up here. That goes above the frame, and this brake line actually looks like it may have been replaced or just in really good condition compared to every other one that I've seen on these things. So that's another plus. Alright guys, so you saw us put it up and shake it down. The front end's all tight. Obviously we need front brakes, I heard that. But This thing is unbelievable. There is not a single spot of rot on this frame at all. There is some on the body, you know, like obviously the bumper right here you can see is falling apart. I'll do something with that sooner or later, but right now is just not the time. We have to get it running first. So we're gonna do these brakes. You know, we got metal and metal in the fronts. I have a feeling we may need calipers or something. My AC held vacuum, passed the leak test, and charged it up. So we will have to see how that goes. This thing did not have AC when I pulled it in here, so I have high hopes that it will now, and it was just low. And maybe has a very low leak, very small leak that I'll be able to fix in the future if I ever find it. Now we have dye in there, so we'll run that later and see how that goes as well. Alright guys, so we tore this side apart, we got the pistons in. We did have a problem with the slide pins. If you saw me heating them up, that took me a good bit of time to get both sides apart. But we're moving right along. We're going to go on the passenger side and make sure that that caliper compresses, because I have a bad feeling that one of these is going to ruin my night. All right, guys, we got this side done. We had a little bit of trouble. Now we're going to move on to the driver's side. All right, guys, day 2. We're driving the Suburban home now. Finishing up, may do the window regulator when I get home. I don't know yet. I'll keep you guys updated on that. But we just finished up the brakes. That's a good thing. And I did the oil change. Unfortunately, my phone battery died. I also put some chrome tape over those rust holes. I'll show you guys that in a little bit. But yeah, the brakes gave me some trouble. I had to heat a lot of stuff up, almost everything, to get those off. But fortunately, the calipers went back in okay, and I just had to clean up the brackets a little bit to get everything back together. And she drives real nice now. No metal on metal brakes. Oil change is done, and I will see you soon, hopefully, for the window regulator. All right, guys, a little update. We got this Hawksy. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it's this thing from Amazon. It's a wireless CarPlay or Android Auto for your car. It's also a dash cam. So I think this thing's pretty cool for how much I paid for it. It was 125 bucks on sale. You can see we have our CarPlay hooked up. Not bad for what I paid for it. Works pretty good. My fiance actually has one as well, which is what made me get it. And then you just connect your Bluetooth to your car radio to keep the sound coming through your car speakers. So we have that unhooked. We're going to go to the back and install these new tail lights I just got. So you can see it, very clean look compared to the old side. Very more modern. We also have a third brake light we're going to put in. I'll show you that, guys. I'll show you guys that when it is done. All right, guys, we got them all on. Let's see how they look lit up. Please don't mind the mess. I am in the middle of working on this, and it needs a lot of TLC, so the back is just full of parts and stuff that we're going to be putting on it. All right, guys, we took her through the car wash. She's nice and clean now. We cleaned out the inside. Show you guys this back seat now. I ended up getting a cover for it because this dirt is still not coming out from these dogs. I tried everything. So we're just gonna throw a cover on it. We put a scent bomb in it last night because it stank like the dogs. It smells pretty good now. Cleaned off the floors as good as we could. Might have my detail guy come out and shampoo it, we'll see. Worst case, I'll just get some floor mats as well. See the front, clean this off. This was real black and dirty before, it looks good now. floors are, you know, as clean as they're gonna get. Wipes down the dash. I got a little dash cover too because the dash is kind of peeling. No big deal though. All right, guys, so you can see we put black tape over that chrome tape. Looked a little like tin foil, so I went ahead and bought some waterproof like RV tape, put it on there. Looks a little bit better. Come around at the front, show you I did it on the front too. So there's the front one. Looks a little bit better, not perfect the way that I want it to, but for an old car like this, it's, you know, I don't want to spend any more money than I already have. You can also see we have our cover on the dash. Looks super nice compared to the old peeling dash. You know, the whole dash was like this, peeling and black, tan in some other spots. You can also see we fixed our driver's side front window regulator and the driver's side rear window regulator. So now we have working windows. So she's slowly but surely coming together. I'll keep you guys updated as we continue to do things to this car. I'm actually in the middle of putting a blower motor resistor in too, because that was blowing only on 3 and 4. So it's working now on all other settings. I just gotta put it all back together. So yeah, she is getting closer to being a reliable, drivable car for now. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna make sure to keep you guys updated as we continue to do things to this Suburban. As of right now, I'm gonna say this thing would have been worth a little more than $750, and it is making its way to being a reliable, drivable work truck. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, hit the comment button, hit the subscribe button, and as always, thanks for watching.